Hi, this is Marcia, and this is part 5 of Blended Learning, the New Normal for Education. In this part of this series, I'm going to be talking about technology tools that can be implemented to help improve the blended learning process. These are going to be suggestions. These are my suggestions of what I've seen working for the last 12 years in blended learning classrooms. So feel free to take a look at any of these tech tools and take off with your blended learning process. Okay, let's get started. All right, let's start out with first with the Learning Management System, an LMS. Find a learning management system that best works for you, your school district, or your classroom. The learning management system is going to help because you're going to be able to organize your materials. You're going to be able to push out different units to the students, hide other units so it doesn't become overwhelming. Learning management systems are also tying now into grade books. So you're able to take that learning management system and automatically push the grades right to your grade book. They also have the ability to have discussion board questions, and it just makes it easier for the kids to find the materials that are matching up with the checklist you provide them. So really look into a true learning management system. So let's go to our next one. Create videos. We want you to be teaching the students. So therefore, create videos of yourself teaching the content. So if they're at home learning, it's you that is out there showcasing what they need to learn for that concept. Yes, you can still use Khan Academy or Learn Zillion or any other video creator that you might have that is giving good quality content to the students. But the students want to learn from you. So make sure you take that time to create those videos. So I start out with first Hovercam. Hovercam is an adapter that I stick into my computer that is going to allow me it's a document camera. So I'm going to be able to write, draw, and record what I'm writing, and it's going to be able to see my face too. So that way the students can see me and see what I'm working on. I love Hovercam. I think that's a great tool to add on for any blended learning resource. Edpuzzle is a great way to take your videos after you make them, put it into Edpuzzle, and then you can stop and ask questions to the students as they're watching the video. And then of course you need some type of editing tool. I love Camtasia. That's what I'm using right now. Camtasia is a great editing tool. In case my dog starts to bark or something happens, I can go in and cut the video and I can make it so it seamlessly fits together. Of course, there's other ones like Screencastify. That's another great tool that you can use to edit your videos. All right, the next one, that's what we're going to go into next, is allow the students to create. One of my absolute favorite creation websites is Seesaw. The reason why I love Seesaw so much is because of the fact that the students are creating a portfolio. Every time they post their work, it's going to save to their portfolio. So when they take a photo or they create a video or they're showcasing their understanding of concepts, I have them post it to Seesaw and then they can see their work over time. And other students can comment it as well as parents. It's a great tool. K plus goes from kindergarten all the way to higher ed. I highly recommend taking a look at Seesaw. The next is Storyboard That. I love Storyboard That because it's like a comic strip where you can build, create, and design like what might happen, making predictions, retelling stories, first, second, and third. It's just a fun way to create, as well as Canva. Canva is an infographic website that has a lot of graphics that the students can use while they're designing and creating projects for the classroom. Next, let's take a look at meetings. Oh my gosh, we have all learned about virtual meetings and what that looks like. A lot of us are using Zoom, some are using Google Meet, and then also we have Skype. There's a lot of great virtual websites out there that you can use for meetings. Those are just my top 3 that I would recommend to schools. No matter what the new normal might look like for blended learning, it is important to actually take that time to learn how to use these virtual meeting websites. So that way, if you're not able to go to school, you can still meet and talk and teach to the students, sorry. The next one, let's do share. How do we share out and allow students to work together as a team? I love discussion boards. Discussion boards are a great way for them to post questions, reflect, and answer back and forth. I also like Wakelet. Wakelet is a great website that's going to allow students to find resources, put it together to create an end product, or to share out what they have found. But my absolute favorite way for students to share is through Padlet. The reason why I like it so much is because it's just a giant Pinterest board, but it's your own classroom Pinterest board. You can make columns, you can make categories. You can have it free open, but what it is, the students can add video, they can add pictures, they can add websites, they can add YouTube links, and it all puts it in one spot so the kids can see exactly what they're thinking and what they're doing. And it's private. You don't have to open it up for the whole world to see. I really think that if you haven't used Padlet yet, make sure you take a look at that. All right, last but not least, let's have some fun with blended learning. Start to think about gamifying it. There's Classcraft. Classcraft is a great behavior management, but it's also a great way to make sure kids are getting their work done. Even in an online environment, the students can still earn points to help their team along. I like Classcraft because I can have my checklists mimic the adventure on Classcraft, and the kids can travel through and complete the different tasks that are on their checklist as well as on Classcraft. If you haven't taken a look at it, take a look at it because I know it's free and it's also freemium, but the free part will get you started, and it's just a fun way to engage students. I also like giving away badges, meaning that if they complete a unit, if they complete a task, if they show up for 5 virtual meetings, they can earn a badge, and that badge can add to their virtual signature. And that way the students can see all their accomplishments throughout the year. And then last but not least, the best way to really gamify your classroom right now that we saw in a traditional classroom as well as online is through Deck Toys. Deck Toys is an adventure where you can go and it looks like a game board and you set it up and the kids go from one activity to the next. If you can set it up, if they get something right, they move ahead. If they get something wrong, they go backwards. It is a fun way to gamify your learning in the classroom. Don't be afraid of any of these tech tools because all of them put together is going to make your blended learning experience so much better. All right, guys, that's the end of our 5-part series. If you have any questions or you need anything else to help you through the blended learning process, please reach out to us. We have been doing this for a long time. We're here to help you. We might not know exactly what the new normal will look like in the fall, but we know based on what it could look like in a classroom, we know that we can help you build and create something that is going to really help the students learn no matter where they're learning from. All right, my name is Marcia Kish. Thank you for joining, and I hope if you have any questions, let me know. All right, thanks, guys.